Hey, welcome to Fishing Squad. Jay, we're at Bridlington today. It looks like Jay's got a fish on. It's nice, steady pressure on him. Does it feel like there's something on it? He's just had a bite. Yeah, we went Harbour Wall at Bridlington, like I was saying.
It's very small. That's been a crab.
Yeah, he's just had a nice bite. We didn't hook out, so he's going to rebait and have another go. It's a good start, that. We haven't really got much sea fishing gear in Doncaster, where we live. All our sea fishing gear is in North Wales, where we do all sea fishing sort of thing. So I've been piecing it together with a load of old tackle. Like I've just had to make my own rigs. I made like a 2-hook flapper rig, I suppose you'd call it, for flatfish with size 2 hooks on, 3 ounce, couple ounce lead. I've got my spinning rod that I use for pike in winter, and then I've made like a, I would say to try and catch anything basically. I've made like another rig with 3-way swivel, size 1/0 pennel rig, basically. But Jay's had his out about 20 minutes, his first rod out about 20 minutes, because I was making some rigs up. We didn't pre-make any sort of thing. We've got squid, mackerel, lugworm. Just going to fish with cocktail baits, basically, and hope for best. I mean, I've got a carp rod, I've got my spinning rod. Yeah, Jay's got 2 carp rods. He just had a cracking bite there, really.
Definitely had a good chew on that.
So, let's go see if we can get something out. That's all we're going to try and do. Something different for a channel by the seaside. So I'm going to get baited up and get cast out.
Crabs.
They were just getting plagued by crabs at the moment. But we're fishing, 4 rods out now. Crabs and small fish possibly. But then again, no? No. Had some good bites, like. So we've got mackerel, squid, some black lugger on there. They just need to thaw out, touch the frozen solid. It's a beautiful day for it, like. Hopefully a few fish will show up. So I missed it, had another bite. Couldn't hook it again. Would you mind go like as well, you say? No sign of out now.
That one started going then.
What, yours or mine?
Yours, this one.
Right. I think it could be crabs by the looks of it, because their hooks are small enough for flatfish. Plagued with bites, and Jay's finally caught a flatfish. It's like a nice little dab. Oh, just let me see, it's a dab, because when you hold it up to light you can see if it was body look. Dab. Nice little dab. Do you want to just take the camera a minute? You're right on hooking in the mountains, yeah. Well, you've got a bite on this other rod, Jay, as well. It's just proper gone. We've been getting bites, like, which is positive, but yeah, nice flatty, nice one. You've got a bite on this other rod, Jay, as well. But yeah, it's a bigger hook though, isn't it, on that one? That's trouble. It might not. We're off the mark, I should say. Jay is. I had some really twangy bites like that. I'm just eating a sandwich if you can hear funny noise in the background. Mmm. Well, it's had a good go at your bait, isn't it? So if it's not on, your bait will probably need to change anyway.
Yeah.
Just watch my line out. I didn't tighten it up, I don't think. Does it feel a bit weighty?
Yeah, I don't think it's got that one.
Nothing, no.
So someone's had a good chore bait though.
Yeah. Stuck into something decent by the looks of it. A bit better. He might have a double look up here. Oh, he's got a whiting by the looks of it. Yeah, you've got a whiting. Good lad. Feels like one of them sessions where he's going to beat me today already.
Oh shit.
He's got a nice whiting.
Squid.
And squid. There you go. Well done, Jay.
My first ever whiting.
Yeah. People call them the pigs of the sea. Or is it a coley? Wait there. Wait there, wait there. It's a coal fish. Is it? Let me let me try and get an idea of him. We might have to check this out later, but it could be. I think it's a whiting, but it might be a coal fish. It's difficult to tell when they're small sometimes. It won't brown like a whiting, a bit brown sometimes on the back. That were more like a slate grey, greeny colour. Caught out yet still. I'm getting bobs on. I'm getting a bite on this rod. I nearly caught something a minute ago. I nearly caught a crab. It dropped off when I lifted it up. We're getting plenty of bites. I'm going to hit this one because it's been going for quite a while. Just put you back in holder. Just give me a sec, right? Let's see. Nice gentle strike. Let's see if there's something on it. Feels like there might be something on it. If it is, it's only small though. Then again, maybe not. Might have been a crab. It's come off. But put a full squid on that one. It's been stripped. Looks like crab activity that to me. Definitely. So that one pennel rig. Alright, I'm going to put fresh bait on. We'll put some black lug on. Every time I use black lug, I never catch anything on it hardly. If I fish with other baits, the other baits always outfish it. Like your mackerel or your squid. I'm just going to put like a neat little cocktail on here.
Again, it's only gone in.
I'm going to do a mackerel. Jay's got another bite. We'll see if he gets out in. I'm just going to bait this up. Do mackerel and black lug. Probably tip it off with a bit of squid as well on pennel rig. So I know Dab's like black lug but I always find that I catch more flatfish on mackerel. A good bite. You want again? I ain't caught out yet. It might be 3-0 up here. Wherever he's casting to, he seems to be on money every time. No, no, it got off. So yeah, I've just put a bit of put a bit of bait. I could put that on like that. Bait elastic. I'm gonna get a slither of squid. That's like my big bait. That on my big rod, if you like. I've got my two-hook flapper rig on my other one. We just slithers of mackerel at the moment. Bring that second pennel hook down. Right, we haven't hooked out on any big baits yet, have we, Jay?
No.
So it probably tells you that it's just going to be like flatfish and whiting that we catch today. There might be nothing for me. Yeah. Well, there's always a chance of something turning up. There could be a bass. I've just been told to someone, he says it could be a good day for bass because there's a bit of a onshore breeze, there's a bit of colour in water. Just never know. Jay's getting a bite again. Right, so I'm just going to launch this out. I'm going to cast this quite far. My other rod's in close to the wall. I'll launch it out. What? 50 yard, if that. Yeah, I've got one sort of that distance off at wall. The other one's close in. Jay's gone about same distance with him both off at wall, and he's not blanking. I'm pretty confident I'll get something at some point. I think we'll all get something, to be fair. Emily should be able to have a go at it as well, hopefully. Consistent bites every time he puts his bait out, Jay. There's no on it again. Must proper be getting hammered with crabs. I've got a bite on mine. You think if there's a big swarm of crabs on bottom, they're just going to be smashing your bait to bits. That's what we're getting back a lot of the time. Like snot left on your hook, basically. The way it's chewed your squid to bit. I'm getting a bite now. I've put a big bait on it. Could be worst thing to do. It's just not my rod. Could be worst thing to do that, because you're just giving them something to chew on, aren't you, all the time? On, let's see if it hangs on till the ear end, till the ear end. It might have caught it. I've had two get off. Go on, Jay, unhook it.
Itself, I don't need to.
Carl!
Which one? Hey, I might have a bite and
really loose.
Look, that's a crab.
So let's pick that up, Carl, and swim towards you.
We're going to put that back. Let's see. Just hold, right, all right. Hold on to that a minute. Let's see if there's something on this thing, because my line keeps going slack. Don't press anything on the end of there, right? So recording. Step back a bit. There's something on it, but I think it'll be a crab, mate. Yeah, it's let go. Another crab, it would have been that. It's just let go. We're getting plagued with them.
Nothing.
So, yeah. Just we're going through bait like rapidly, aren't we? That's the only trouble.
Not part of it though.
Yeah.
Wanna go for a walk?
Worst comes to worst, I can walk up and get small.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jay's on a roll now, isn't he? Didn't fancy looking at that crab though, did he?
It unhooked itself. But yeah, I wouldn't have been unhooked yet.
That's what the problem is at the minute, isn't it? We're just getting plagued by them.
I've been saying, Carl.
Right, we've got about 3/4 of an hour to top at tide. We're still just getting plagued by crabs. I hope we're about to top at tide, they're slacking off. I don't know if there'd be any reason for them to slacken off.
Destroyed that. Big bait that.
Yeah, they just stripped it, haven't they?
Yeah. Tiny little bit left, like snot.
Pennel. Might not even be worth fishing with a pennel rig, you know. Might be making a couple more them to hook flapper rigs, because we're just getting hammered. I mean, I can pretty much guarantee that the last couple of times that I've reeled in the rod on the right hand side, this little one, it's due a bait change, but watch, I'll move it and there'll be a crab on it. You'll feel it straight away. I can feel it straight away. Let's see if we can get him up to the top and out. I think he's come off. No, he might not have done. Yeah, he's let go. He's let go of it. Yeah, so I'll just show you what we've been doing on these rigs. I think we're going to might switch both rods onto these. I'm going to tie some more up, I think. Because there ain't anything big enough to take a decent bait, is there, for a minute by the looks of it, Jay?
No.
Put a small hook on bottom hook. Oh, that, any fish is better than none. Jay's trying to claim whiting and dab that he had as fish. Oh. Yeah, so I've just been putting little slithers of mackerel on these. I like to have it flat, I like to cut a bit of meat off back of them when it's a thick chunk, when I'm fishing with small hooks.
I've got squid on all mine now.
Yeah.
Well, that one at left's got one piece of mackerel.
Same old story, I've never ever caught a decent on a worm. I think consistently the only fish I've had on worms, but obviously I fish mainly on North Wales, don't I? The only thing I've had on worms really is wrasse. If I were targeting wrasse, that's what I'd use. You get odd bass on them as well, but fish baits seem to outfish worm baits. Not your mackerel, your herring. Jay's had another bite. He's striking into something. I hope he's got something. Yeah, so I've just lobbed that out. Is it coming up to, have you got it on? Yeah. Oh, what I could do with that, with the big hook rig we've done, I could make a shorter hook length snood with a smaller hook on it, you know, like a single bait. Yeah. Maybe because of how it's set up, it might lift it off at the bottom a bit. I don't know. We're gonna have to try something, I think, guys, because we're just gonna end up not being able to. Well, we're gonna be able to fish, but it's just gonna be not very productive, is it? With what's happening at the moment, by the looks of it. We'll give it another half hour and see how it goes. Got something on, I've used it. It's crab. He's got a crab on. Has it come off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not like we're a big fish to come off.
Yeah.
Definitely something better than that.
Crab. So we're getting. I've just changed. I've put a short hook snood on. I had that panel rig on. I've swapped up for a size 2. So I just don't think it's worth fishing with anything bigger at the minute. You're just feeding crabs. So we'll see what happens. See if things change. Off the mark anyway, finally. Nice dabby. So I'm going to get him unhooked. I'll just, Jay, do you want to hold camera a minute? I changed the rig on it. I put a shorter snood on and a small hook. It's that one on single hook that I had a single panel rig.
Finally!
Finally off the mark. Right, I'm going to get him unhooked, and that was on mackerel and lug cocktail. So I'm going to get him unhooked and then put him back, and we'll have another go. You knock it off, Jay. So we're still getting played a bit with crab bites. I've just had a bite on this. I don't know if it's a fish or a crab. There's something on it. It may be a fish. This has got to be a fish, surely. Yeah, this is a fish. I've got another flatty. It's just changing that rig from panel rig to single hook. And cast is getting a bit further out. Oh, it's come off. It dropped off. That doesn't count, does it, if it drops off? Well, we're definitely a flatty. You've probably seen it on video, so I'm going to rebait and get a car. Have you got one on? So at top of the tide we seem to have, well, I've at least had some action with fish. Is that one, Jay? No? No, nothing on that time. I'm going to rebait, get cast back out. Shorter snoods done the business. Another flatty, another dab. Different markings on him this time.
Yeah, it's not the same fish.
Another one for Jay. He's caught 3 smallest fish a day.
It's all free.
Nice dab though, nice dab. Glad at all that. At least we're getting fish now. How good did I drop that one? I'm getting a bite again on my rod. This side. I think we'll hit that. Let's go put you back in holder. Mount, sorry. Right, let's have a look at it, see if there's something on this. It's a nice gentle strike. There's something on it, I think, yeah. It's only small. If there's anything on it at all. There's something on it, I can feel it fluttering. It's come on, it's just surfaced out there. Is it a crab? That's a little flatfish again. Let's hope I don't drop this one. It's tiny, this one. Smaller than yours. I just cursed you, I got smallest my shit day. That's me. Look at that. Baby flatty. But we're on, that's the main thing. Gently unhook him. Like that, straight back. I might just reuse that bait. It's only been out 5 minutes, that, if that. It's not something I normally redo, but it's worked and the fish are on the feed, so I want to like try and capitalise on it. Straight out again. into the spot where they are.
Really mean if you want to try and catch me.
Yeah, I'm going to try and catch Jay up. You've had 3? Have you had 3?
Yeah.
2 dab, one right, and I've had 2 dab.
Anyone can catch flatfish.
Yeah, that's the same thing though about catching silvers. That's what I say. Anyone can catch. You know what I mean? That's. Yeah. I'm just going to wire this one in because I think there'll be a crab on it. There's something on this, whether it's fish or crab, I don't know. There's something on it. It don't feel. It's not fluttering like a fish. Just dead resistance. Like what you get when you get a crab on. Yeah, there's a crab on bottom hook. Or is it a dab? Oh no, it's a crab. Or is it a crab and a dab? Let's see if we can get him up without him letting go. They've got a bad habit, let go. I thought I had a crab and a dab then. It was a crab. That's the problem with them crabs. It's been worth coming though, because I haven't blanked. Crab, yeah. One. It's a bit smaller. What's that you've got? Newspaper, there's some newspaper in the wall, isn't there? Yeah, a bit smaller, but on that rig, well, it's got the snoop down on and put a small hook on. So we'll see. I don't like throwing fish back from this side, we haven't really got much choice. It's gone back, no problem, but that's all I use. It's just a really small snood.
I've got a choice, you can climb down there and put it in.
What? Climb down.
Harbour.
I could actually put them in Harbour, couldn't we? It's still just dropped to there, isn't it? Yeah, it's a small snood, 6-inch snood. It's worth a treat. Yeah, I've just got another one. It's 4 all, but we're not counting. Mackerel this time. So put him back and try and get another one.
Maybe this is what you're doing, but I've got a cod on my head, taking it.
Seem to be picking them up now.
Picking yours up?
Picking mine up, yeah. We're still getting masses of bites. It's been really enjoyable. That's just gone back, no problem. It's been really enjoyable. We're just getting bites all the time. It's a bit frustrating with crabs, but we've come to catch flatfish really. We've caught flatfish and Jay's managed a whiting.
One I've always wanted.
And he's getting a knock on his rod. Every time you cast both rods out, you're getting bites. No wonder people only fish with one rod off here.
I'll take it this out of one of my
What? That's his first fag he's had. We've been here about 2 hours or more. You just don't have a chance to do well. I'm not complaining, by the way. Black lug mackerel again. Take back what I said about black lug. Emily, want a fish? I touch fishy. No, she's not convinced.
Kisses me.
Hey, you're going to put him back. What's that, Jay? I've managed to catch a crab. I think Jay's in front of me on crabs. These are what I've been playing. Yeah. Says a dirty boy, what do you expect? These are the guys that have been causing us all bother. If you ever...
I want to touch my back.
The old crabs like that, on the back of the shell, they do that, they can't hurt you. Don't be trying to pick them up like that, because you can get nipped. I've been nipped once today, because Jay caught one, swung it over my head. I just had to grab it before it hit floor. And so I'm going to put it back on this side. Well, I'm going to put him back on this side so he's not plaguing us on the seaside. It's been quite enjoyable though now today. You know, we're at that point of the day where we've had a really good day, really. So, we've got a double look up, just moderate, about in between where we've been casting. And thing, double look up. We'll get him back. I'm getting a bite now as well. I just struck on a bite a minute ago, similar type of bite. It must be crabs, this. I was talking to Jay like, I think the reason why I've pulled it back is because of this little rod with small weight on. It's not a grip lead. I haven't got grip leads on any of them. 3 ounce you hold out at the moment. I don't think that'll change because we've gone past the top of the tide now, about an hour into ebb. But this small rod's got like an ounce lead on it. What it does is it moves, that means it does slightly roll around in the tide, which obviously it'll find the fish feeding in the tide, won't it? That's all I can put it down to, that double look up. That one, this rod. Got braid, 18-pound braid, and the 2-up flapper rig that I showed you when we were tackling up. So, Let's see if there's something on this, because I'll just put it in at mount. Just give me a sec, because it's definitely looking like a bite. I always leave run on a little rod, because if you hook a bass, now there's no on it, I don't think. If you hook a bass or anything like that, you know, I don't think we'll get a bass today. I wouldn't expect to. There's always a chance, isn't there, or something a bit better, even if there were dogfish knocking about, something like that. There's always that one time when you don't put your run on, you kiss for a bite of your rod. Which isn't what you want to do, is it? We've got some North Wales mackerel here for bait now. Thin. When I'm fishing for flatfish, I always use thin slithers. That's too big, that. So I'd use them too. I've always done well on any beach, using thin slithers on small hooks. So we've got that. So we've got that. So we'll just give it a flick out. Straight out, about 30 yards off at pier arm, off at pier wall, sorry. Jay's getting peed off with crabs. Make sure you've got some run on. It's only a light rod, you don't want it going in. So yeah, see what happens. Just had a good bite on that one.
You're in a short of fish, I'm in a short of crab.
Yeah. That was a good bite, that. I don't think there's out on it though. It is out. No, I don't feel like there's out on it. There was nothing on that. That was a really good bite as well. That one, quite a big bait though, with full squid. Oh, it's gone. Must have been crabs. Put a full squid on with bait elastic. We've been constantly getting bites, everyone else has as well on pier. So we'll see what happens. Wales mackerel works as well. It's another. What does that reckon? Back he goes. Here, flounder. Another one. Bit bigger, probably the biggest fish at day. Well,
Not really.
hey?
You
haven't even been here for most of the day. It's probably the biggest one I've had today.
Yeah.
Flounder. Different species of flatfish, isn't it? Flounder. Tell it's a flounder because it's got nodules here. If you do look carefully, there's some very faint orange spots on it. Might not have show up very well on the camera. Right, so I'm just going to wind this one in. Put quite a chunky piece of mackerel on for flounder. I've got a bite already on that one. It's probably a crab though. There's something on this, it feels like crab. It might be a fish actually. It's fish. Yep, another one. Sorry pal, I didn't mean to. It's a dab this time. I have problems with some of them. You have to put, it sounds bad this guy, depends on got any tips, but some of them they swallow the hook right down. This one ain't too bad. You just can't get it out of them without risking killing them. That ain't what you want to do, is it? So, yeah. This one's gone down really deep. Have a look in his gill case, see if we can see it. Yeah, I can get that out. I'm just going to knock the camera off, but I can get that out. I should get that one out. Got the hook out. Just needed a bit of skill. Jay looks like he might have got a fish this time. Oh, he keeps getting crabs all the time at the moment. He's plagued by them. But this, it's not dead. It's gone back no problems. It's gone. What? Just swam off. Well, as long as it swims off, that's the main thing. Yeah, they'll be a bit stunned. He's got a 6 ounce lead on Nick though. That's all, yeah, basically all I'm using, guys. It's just been thin slithers of mackerel, but I think this lead on this rod's picking meat fish up. Because it's like lead, it's moving inside, moving the two little slithers of mackerel around. That back of that's too thick. It's literally just the skin I'm putting on with just a bit of meat on the back of it. As long as it... I mean, these mackerel were prepared for eating as well. We just hadn't ate them. We caught them, we didn't eat them. So they were washed out in fresh water as well. So all meat blood's probably gone out of them. But I've got some salmon oil that I use for pike fishing that I could enhance them with if we weren't catching on them. But because we're catching on them, just carried on. That's it, just 2 hook rig like that. Try again. Watch yourself, Em. Just a gentle lob out. 30 yard off at pier wall. Harbour wall. I'm going to check my other rod in a minute because it's been rat-a-tatting away. Rattly bite, little rattly bite. Could be crabs. It's got a decent piece of mackerel on what I put on. Same type of size what I put on for flounder a minute ago. Let's have a look. I don't know whether there's out on this or not. It's difficult to tell. No, there's no on it this time. But yeah, that's the rig we've been using on this rod, bigger rod. I think I showed it earlier in the video. It's just a 3-way swivel with a £50. That's like your trace body foot weight. If you're casting off a pier, we've got £15 main line. It's a 3 ounce weight. You need some sort of buffer really. You don't want to be just going straight through with £15 line. That'd be stupid. And we ain't trying to arise them when we cast either. It's just a gentle lob out, so there's not going to be many crack offs. So on this one, I've been putting a bit more of a chunkier piece on, but small again, like half of that. Bit chunkier, put hook through it a couple of times then. With this one, it's probably a bit smaller than what I've put on before, so I'm going to put a bit more on and I'll show you what I'll do. Skew it on like that. Bit of bait elastic. I think that last bite on this rod must have been crabs because there were no bait hardly on the hook when I reeled it in. Get one of these other fillets. In gut cavity it's a bit thinner, so I'll just put some skin on the end of it basically to tip it off. Tip it off like that. And you've got a nice small bait. Hopefully something a bit better. It's bigger than what I've got on other hooks, on other rod. It's a small chunky bait if you like. Bit of a contradiction it sounds like, but it's not meant to sound like that. Straight out, about 50 yards. Back on the wall. Let's see if there's out on this one now. The amount of crab activity, it's frantic. I don't want to. Some fish, like I say, have swallowed the hooks quite a fair way down. Now there's out on this time. I'll put 2 fresh pieces of mackerel on though, because they've probably been chewed on, even at the amount of time. So I'm going to get this rebaited, and then we'll see if we can get out else out. That chunky bait that I just put on a minute ago, it's got me another fish. I think Jay's got a fish on as well, have you? No? Oh. Another dab. Yeah, let me just snook him. He's only delicately hooked, so he's got quite a big bait, but they're savage for sawing it down. A couple of them had to like snap the barbs off in him, which obviously ain't good practice, but that's how it is. No. Totally soft, easy to put back. Back he goes. Yeah, that was when I showed you that bit of a chunky bit of mackerel I put on, got me that fish. Jay, do you want that one? No? If you want, yeah. Go on then. Let me just tighten the reel up first. Go on then, you have to just wind down and lift. Lift, strike, that's it. What's she got on here, Jay? Don't keep just keep your line tight and wind. I think she might have a double hook up, yeah. I don't think it's a crab because she's struggling with it.
Yeah, it's a double hook up. Come on. It's a crab.
It's a crab? Oh.
Come on. Come on, come on.
Just wait there, don't bang him on the wall because he'll drop off, he's dropped off.
Oh.
Alright.
At least I got something.
We're close, wasn't it? It was close. Right, let's carry on. The probably biggest one I've had today. Not as big as that flounder, back he goes, no problem. Jay's got a bite. Again, that one's small rod though, again. Yeah, just hit it, Jay, see what it does. It looks a bit more promising, doesn't it, then? Does it feel like it's on? Yeah, I think you've got a fish there, you've got a fish this time, surely. He's been playing with crabs. Oh, what's happened to the camera there, guys? It's lost focus because it's sun, I think. It's right there. I'll bring it back now. Hey! Oh, zoom out.
Come on!
Is there still one on now?
Come on.
He's just dropped it at wall, unfortunately. He's having no look at me, bless him. He's literally...
First fish I've had on for about 2 hours.
He's been just fighting through a load of crabs for like the last 2 hours. And we've got the same rigs on, that's the strange thing. So
First one I've had
I'm sure we'll get one before we go. Yeah, he might be allowed one. Piers just said the tackle shop had some ragworm in, fresh ragworm, so we've got packs with £4.50. Could be a game changer for today, I don't know. We've had a fair few fish out though, we're well into double figures, so we'll try these, see if it changes out with crabs. Hopefully maybe fish will cotton onto them quicker than crabs will. I'll just put you on my mount, I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm just going to use one single up rig, I think. Put a reasonable size one onto size 2 hook. They do pinch you. I've never been pinched by one, but if you hold them round neck, you're fine. Throw them straight up the hook. You won't. Throw them straight up the hook, and I like to leave a bit of a tail. And you know, so like that. But you can then also tip it with a bit of mackerel skin, or whatever you want to call it, a little bit of mackerel, slither of mackerel, we'll call it. Like that. Just nick it through, corner that piece of mackerel, and you've got a nice bit of rag mackerel cocktail. It'd be nice for bass turn. I got talked to someone else who you want ragworm for bass off here. He said it could be a day foot bass because there's a bit of an easterly blowing. There's a bit of colour to water. It'd be nice if something else turned up. If it don't, it don't though. It's not a big deal. I've caught some fish. That's what we came here to do. I don't think we could have picked a better day for it really, because you'll struggle probably to get a day where conditions are so favourable for the rest of the year. Probably. In terms of being able to bring everybody and stuff. And it not being cold. See if there's out on this one. Now, hooks have been stripped though again. Rig's got tangled around my braid. Oh. It's a good tangle. So let's have a look. Right, we'll get this untangled and get it cast back out. Jay's got a double hook up, but what's he got? What's he got? If you don't hit the wall, they don't let go. He's got a double hook up a crab. Shore crabs. Like I say, you don't matter how big your crab is, always get it on back. Hey? This one's a bit savage, look, you see? If you, what we'll do is we'll put them in the other side. You best fold them on the back of the shell like that. Get them on the back of the shell like that.
Turn its nipper towards my finger.
Get camera.
I got it.
Just got
It's an evil little shit. Watch it, it's savage.
they're quite lively, like. It's got barnacle on his back, that one, look. Put them back.
Look, at least I got a double look up today.
Yeah, that's achievement getting a double couple of crabs today. We haven't done that today. These have just been savage, so put them back this side. 1, 2. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We've got ragworm now. Jay's going to show us how to hook some ragworm on, aren't you, Jay? Yeah.
Ragworm that bites, yeah.
Yeah. It's the first time he's used ragworm. I've got a bobby bite on this one.
Can you see what we've got?
Is that on ragworm?
Plain ragworm, yeah.
That's what I'm going to do, plain ragworm.
Plain ragworm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, got a bit of a jerky. I don't know if it's wind or fish.
Size the leg with me.
If you look, they're not going to turn around and bite you, but you just put them down shanky hook, like from that end. I'll just put it on camera because on camera, that end, the head end, you'll see they've got a little bit. They're like a centipede basically.
Yeah, yeah.
You best have just threaded them. You like threading them straight down your hook shank. You can. But it's up to you. Just see how you get on with them. It'll take you a few times. It's your first attempt in it, you know what I mean? It'll take you a few times. They do have a tendency to break like an earthworm does if you. Got some kind of plover here. Eating a crab stick. Wildlife. Wildlife. It's a lot closer than it actually looks. I'll put on the video in a minute. When I do the video, I'll put on what type of plover this is. Yeah, first fish on rag. Plain ragworm I ended up putting on in the end because I put it on with mackerel and all it did was just attract crabs. I reeled it in, there was nothing there. So I put another ragworm on. It did the business.
And Jay's got another flatfish.
Well, yeah. Jay's here now.
Just gone to the toilet coming back and someone's got my rod in their hand. I wonder what he's got. He put much of a fight on my rod, that Jay. Look at grin on his face. Have you a nice one?
Then your line got really loose and I was like, why's that line got so loose?
Is it dab?
Ran towards it.
Is it dab again, yeah?
Yeah, it looks right down again.
Yeah. It's only trouble with these today. You just stop on if you just take the lot and you can't do it about it sometimes. You have to snip your snood off. Snip the line. Right, I'm going to have to get this fishing hook. Jay's got another bite. I think. He comes to get pliers. I might be able to get it out with pliers. Right, we're going to get him unhooked. Got another fish on my rod. On golden rod today, that one. Ooh.
Crab, I think.
Ooh.
Crab or a double look up.
Yeah, might be a double look up. That's the other thing, you have to leave your baits. We've got the hook out of that fish, the last section of the video that you just seen. Went him out quite well. He's got a crab. Oh no, it does it every time I get a crab on it, lets go. This one's tangled around. Oh, it's nice, come off. So, yeah. Nice one. That one's squid and mackerel, that last one. Managed to catch fish on his own gear.
I've had 4 out today now. 5.
6.
Oh well, yeah.
5 flatties, 1 whiting, yeah?
Yeah, but one of them run around.
Yeah, but it still needed wiggling in.
On
Mackerel.
mackerel and squid.
Yeah. Hey guys, honestly, right? No word of a lie. If you're flatty bashing, I don't know what it's like on the south coast, but on the east coast, I've always done better on mackerel. I suppose it just depends what rhythm you get in. We've done better on mackerel today, haven't we, really, Jay? You know what I mean? Or squid. Mackerel, it's a champion bait for sea fishing for me. We'll just talk a bit more about these ragworm. I've done well on, they're good for wrasse, where I go fishing in North Wales. You probably get wrasse on them off Filey Brig as well, just up the road.
Got your back out.
What else?
The smash
They're good for bass.
ragworm,
They're good for bass as well. I've caught more bass on ragworm in North Wales, and someone talked to someone earlier today, and he said that off here, if you get ragworm, it's a good bait for bass as well. So
We've not got any squiddy widdy left.
you what?
Got no squid left.
No. Still got plenty of mackerel left, haven't we? New sort of squid. Plenty of mackerel left, and then ragworm left. Probably do us for another hour or so, won't they? We'll probably get off anyway. Yeah, they can be found these in harbours. So like behind us, in that silty, muddy sand, at low tide, you can get small ones. I've got a bite I think on this rod. That's why flatfish, it's like a natural food source for him. See if there's a fish on this or if it's a crab. This is on ragworm, this. We've had bites just constantly, haven't we, Jay? You know what I mean? Oh, there's no on it. Yeah, lots been crabs, but it's been constant all day. You've like not been able to, you haven't been able to. Yeah, he's had 2 fags all day, it's been constantly. You don't want to leave a bite for too long, do you, in case it's a fish and it swallows right down. So you have to reel it in, so then you then get disappointed because it's a crab. I mean, I've just had my hook stripped. That had a ragworm on and some squid tentacles. So I'm just going to go with plain rag on it this time. Yeah, these are good for ball and wrasse, these. They're 8-bait for ball and wrasse. They're probably the best, I'd say. For ball and wrasse, they are. Yeah. So I'm just going to launch it out again. What I've noticed as well, every time we've cast out, the baits are definitely getting into the water perfectly presented every time. Only reason why I know that is because when I've actually caught a fish and I've had my bait still on, it's always been in perfect condition. Sometimes when you're using worm and you give it a bit of a lob, it disintegrates the bait. I'm wondering because you were using carp rods and the light, it's not putting. Oh, that were a good bite. Yeah, because we're using carp rods and the light, it's not putting as much like forcing baits through air sort of thing. It's had a cracking bite, Jay has. It really were a cracking bite. It looked like a fish as well rather than. See if it develops into anything. Let's call it a crab. It's 10 to 5, which is we're about 2.5 hours after low tide now. Oh, after high tide, so it's been going out for 2.5 hours and bites have been consistent. We don't seem to have looked as many fish. Well, we haven't had as many fish as what we had like an hour ago, did we? But, I'd imagine it's a high tide venue off here. This is like probably first time I've fished it properly. I had to go with kids before, we caught a couple of flatfish, but this is the first. I've got a nice decent bite on that ragworm as well then. Let's have a look, see if it develops into out. I'm going to hit it because it's a size 2 hook. I don't want to be. I don't know if there's a fish on it. There might be. I don't think there is actually. Must have been a crab. No, it's a nothing. Savage ragworm to bits. I'll get that rebait and get it fired back out. Wildlife, I don't know if you can see him, I'm trying to zoom in. Seal there. Yeah? They won't eat that. No. I tried feeding one in Wales, he didn't have any of it. I put the fish at the side of him. Yeah, so that's a bit more wildlife. He'll be back up in a minute, Jay. Well, bites have dried up a bit, but I think the only fish we're going to get to eat tonight is this one. Or anything decent anyway. Can't come to the seaside without having fish and chips. Oh yeah, burger. For about 2 hours, and then I've stuck that one. Mackerel again. And Jay's got one on with snag about, looks like some loose weed, but he has got one on bottom hook. So that's the first double hook up between us that we've had today. Do you want to just hold camera a minute?
Yeah, sure.
We've got what we came for. You see us?
Well,
You see us both?
yep.
We've got what we came for. Jay's is a bit bigger
Mine's
than
a
mine.
ragworm as well.
Ragworm, mine on mackerel. So there you go. That'll probably be the last fish we'll put on because
Yeah.
we're going in a minute. Like I say, probably just coming back up to feed as we're leaving. I'm going to throw mine back. Probably have another couple of bait ups and get off, I think. It's still lovely and warm though. It's been beautiful down here earlier today, hasn't it? We didn't really expect to catch anything else other than what we've caught, but it's been a cracking day really.
Why did no?
So
Why does that look
it's a nice,
just
it's a nice, nice stab that. So yeah, man, it's been good. Wildlife got some curlews down there, eating worms out of the sand.
I've got a tiny bit in it.
I'm trying to hand feed this plover thing. Quite tame. Look, likes mackerel. You've got one, Jay. He's had some. We're just getting knocks. My writing rod's moving about, but it's not moving about with any thing that makes me think I've got a fish on. You got one? No. That's it. We must have done 20 fish there, easy between us. Just tackled everything down. What do you do, Emily, before you go anywhere? Before you leave?
Which way?
Yeah. Make sure you pack all your rubbish away, and then put it in a bin as you leave. So yeah, that's it. It's been a really good session, and it's been a really enjoyable day. Some of us have exerted ourselves more than others. Well, yeah, that's it for today. So, hope you've enjoyed this. We've come to catch small stuff. We've caught small stuff. It's something a bit different with sea fishing on light gear. It worked. So, we'll see you soon. Keep safe, and we'll see you soon.